I got 10, just kidding. I got 10 fragrances for you, or a few more for spring that'll have you smelling great. All of these I'll be wearing. I pulled them off the shelf myself and went, these are the ones I'm going to wear for spring. So lean back and smell some fragrances with me. I'm ready for spring and for some warmer weather. How about you? I love the first spring flowers popping up everywhere while there is still a light little crisp in the air. I also like a bit of a green note in my fragrances during this time. It sort of reminds me of a fresh new start. All of these fragrances are from my personal collection, and there's no special order or ranking or anything like that. So why don't we go ahead and start with our first one, well, actually with the first two. The main note in the first two is going to be the note of vetiver. It's a fantastic note for spring, in my opinion. The first one's going to be Eau Intense Vetiver from Hermes. I always really look forward to wearing this one in the springtime. That vetiver just really does its job. This one will stay all day and you get nuances of it all day long. It's been out since about 2018 and it is one of my absolute favorite vetivers. There's some citrus in here when you first spray it, although the main note is going to be pepper and there's going to be some frankincense that you can smell throughout the whole day. It's perfect for the early spring days. I love vetiver for spring. Another one that is an absolute must, I think, if you like vetiver, is a Guerlain vetiver. And it is going to be this one. It's from the 2000s or so like that. It's just Guerlain vetiver, an absolute stunning fragrance. It should be in your collection if you like vetiver. It's smooth, it's sophisticated. It's really unfortunate they don't make fragrances like this anymore. They still make this one, although it comes with a little small square bottle nowadays. But just this one has a plethora of notes in it. And it's just absolutely stunning. It's classy, it's beautiful, it's smooth. It is a stellar spring fragrance. Both of these are, if you like the note of vetiver. So that's Hermes Eau Intense Vetiver and Guerlain Vetiver. A little bit more mature, but absolutely stunning. These are the ones if I want the note of vetiver. I will have some newer ones and some older ones. That's, how I like it. Some fragrances just never get old, in my opinion. Just like my next one, which is going to be Dior's Eau Sauvage. If you're in the mood for a barbershop fragrance, then this one was created originally in 1966 by a fellow named Edmund Rudnitska. It's such a wonderful barbershop fragrance. And what better time to wear that than when it's sort of crisp outside? A nice, clean barbershop fragrance. This one today is still on the shelves. It's an awesome fragrance, sort of lemony, a little bit of lavender, some musk, absolutely gorgeous. This one is also a little bit more on the mature side, just like this one. But that doesn't mean you can't wear it if you're younger. If you like a good scent, it's a good scent. That's all there is to it. This one has a little bit of an extra kick, sort of a barbershop. It's that freshness, perfect for spring. Love Eau Sauvage from Edmund Rudnitska, originally created in 1966. This one is still on the shelves. That tells you right there, it's a really good one. I don't always want to go green. Sometimes I like to switch it up a little bit, and it doesn't have to be green. Sometimes I like to go a little bit on the blue side already. I live in Texas, and it's often, quite warm here already in the spring. And, in Texas, like we say here, we have all 4 seasons in one day. So sometimes I like to go a little bit blue already. And when I feel like that, I picked up one a few months ago, and I give this one a wear in the spring. It's going to be Polo Blue Parfum from 2022. I wasn't a big fan of the others. I do like the Polo Parfum, the green one. However, I also like this Parfum version of the blue. It's deep enough to handle the briskness of the colder air. It's still sort of fresh and inviting. Sort of a woody aromatic fragrance with some florals in it like sage, lavender, jasmine. This one will definitely get you compliments. It's clean, it's beautiful. It's heavier than the other blue ones, so I like it just a little bit better. There's some frankincense in there, some patchouli to give it some weight, some briskness. which stays in there for the spring. Absolutely gorgeous. I really enjoy this parfum version from the Polo Blue. I didn't like the other ones, but I do like this one. I'm gonna give this one a wear this spring. Another woody aromatic I will wear during spring is the new Lalique Ancre Indigo. This one just arrived in the mail a couple of days ago. I haven't spent too much time with this one, honestly. With the occasional sort of spray or spritz here or there. I did wear it one day for a few hours. As far as I can tell, it still has the memory of the original, sort of in the background with a little bit of an updated sense. I do quite like the earthy sort of tea note combined with some patchouli and vetiver in this one. It's a nice addition to the Ancre Noir line, I think. I do quite like it. It does seem like the longevity on this one could be a little bit better, but I'm not quite sure yet. I'll have to do, a few more wearings. I will let you know. If you would be interested in a rundown of all the Ancre line, all the fragrances in it, let me know in the comments and maybe I'll do a video on it and breaking down each and every one a little bit more for you. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that one. The last blue one that I like to wear in the spring is a Raja Dove, or a Raja fragrance, and it is Elysium Parfum. This is the Cologne edition. I think it was released in 2017 or thereabouts. Raja, all of the Raja fragrances are masterfully created, absolutely gorgeous. This one has so many notes, like citrus, some lemon, lime, apple, as well as florals, galbanum, lily of the valley, rose, jasmine. I mean, remember when I said earlier that it's really unfortunate they don't make fragrances like this anymore? Well, Raja still does. You can tell this is a quality fragrance. I mean, it just smells so good. There's, layers upon layers upon layers in his fragrances. Really wonderful. Unfortunately, with the Raja fragrances, they're a little bit on the pricier side. Now, before I had this one, I did buy something, a couple of other ones that sort of smelled in that direction, which are alternatives, if you will. Another one that smells sort of similar to this one is going to be the Hugo Boss, and it is the reversed. I'm sure you've seen this one out somewhere here or there. It isn't anywhere close to the complexity and quality of the Raja, Elysium. However, there are some similarities, and that's not bad considering this one right here is going to be 1/10 of the price of the Raja fragrance. It's a pretty good one, and you can wear this one for spring as well. I think it'll do really well, and you can find this one, at the TJ Maxx's and stuff like that for a really, really good price. If you can, maybe you can find this one at, online sellers or something like that. It's a beautiful fragrance, and I just like the complexity that this one has compared to the other two. But if you don't mind, if you don't care too much about the complexity, then the other two will do you just fine for spring. There is one more Hugo Boss that I like, though, that I like for spring when I'm outside, and especially if I'm in the backyard. And that is the Hugo Boss. It's this unlimited one. I don't see too many people talking about it or anything like that. It's from 2014. It's a little bit older. You might have to look around a little bit to find this one. It's kind of green. Got a green unlimited on there. It's still available as far as I know. I saw it online for, 45 to all the way up to $100. Don't pay $100, but $30, $40. I think it's a nice scent. Make sure you get, the lower price one for sure. It's not worth much more in my opinion. Now, I do like, the violet and the mint sort of mixed with grapefruit in this one, peeking through to get me ready for summer. It's a really nice little fragrance for spring, and that's the Hugo Boss Bottle Unlimited. Like I said, I like wearing this one when I'm outside playing in the backyard in the springtime. Nice one. An absolute gem that no one is talking about anymore is a Mont Blanc fragrance, and it is going to be the Mont Blanc Presence. It's even older than these, but man, for springtime, this is just a fabulous freaking scent. You can buy this one. You can see it sometimes at your local, TK Maxx's, TJ Maxx's. It's a beautiful, beautiful gem of a fragrance. 2001. You can find this one, sometimes for a really, really good price. It's a soft, spicy cinnamon aromatic fragrance with a hint of barbershop. If you like Jaipur from Boucheron, then you will absolutely love this one. This is sort of like the more subtle cousin, of Jaipur. Perfect for springtime. If you see this one out, make sure it's the Presence and not the cool one. The cool one's not as good. Just this one right here is a really nice one for the springtime. Really love wearing that one. It's got a little bit of sweetness in it. Really nice. Another one that I will be wearing this spring is going to be a classy, classy favorite of mine. Last year, from this brand, I chose the Acqua di Parma Colonia Club. Some of you who watched it may remember. It's the green bottle. It's a stellar, stellar spring fragrance. Really wonderful. However, this spring, I'm going to go with something a little bit more different. And it's going to be the original Colonia, but I'm going to go with the Intenza. Really love this one. This is from 2007. I was out of this one for quite a while, and I recently bought a new bottle. It's such a good fragrance, and I don't know why I waited this long. It's a bright citrus opening. It's just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Unfortunately, the citrus on this one, when you first spray, it's going to be a little bit short-lived as, the neroli takes over. And then there's a super green Artemisia in here. Intenza is a great springtime, all the way around fragrance. You can wear this one all the way into summer. Maybe not in the high heat, because it does get a little bit, leathery and musky as it dries down. There's also some patchouli in here, but also there's some resin in here as well. As when it dries down, it can get a little bit heavy, if it's too hot outside. Maybe for some people. I wear it all year except for the winter time. So like I said, I bought a new bottle of it. I was out of it. I really enjoyed this one. And that is Acqua di Parma Colonia Intenza. Really, really beautiful. From 2007, but man, it's such a good one. If you are thinking, I like neroli in the spring, then my next one is going to be a great one. It's from the Bulgari Man line, and it's a fantastic fragrance, and it's a fantastic line with many, many, many beautiful fragrances, including this next one, Wood Neroli. Perfect for those early spring days with a bit of a soapy neroli and some bergamot. It's kind of tamed by some orange blossom. It's crisp, it's clean. It does get a little bit woodier as you wear it towards the try down, and it ends up, with the classic notes of amber, musk, and some leather. Let's give it another spray. Absolutely beautiful. It's bright, it's invigorating, it's a great scent if you like, the note neroli. Now, Banana Republic, I also pulled the Banana Republic one out. They have one as well, and where the Bulgari is called Wood Neroli, the Banana Republic is called Neroli Woods. Also a great choice. This one even has a slight coconut vibe in it. This one is going to be a bit more floral, and therefore it's not going to be quite as masculine as the Bulgari Man. But keep your eyes open, because this one is often available, in the stores for a really, really good price. And that is Neroli Woods by Banana Republic. You can often find this one, for a really good deal. But since we are at Bulgari, I do have one more that I love wearing in the spring. And it is going to be Bulgari Pour Homme, and it's the Extreme. Yeah, it's also an older one, but this one is absolutely amazing. If I ever do a masterpiece fragrance, list, look at that sprayer. If I ever do a masterpiece fragrance list, then this one will be a definite contender for sure. It's woody, it's citrus, it has some florals like even soft iris and lavender. Absolutely gorgeous. This one is powerful, yet soft and elegant. A bit of spice and muted moss and musk. Absolutely love this one. It's Bulgari Puram Extreme. Such a good fragrance. Perfect for the springtime. And on the days when it's still cold outside and you want something cozy, and the sun is sort of peeking through, you can kind of see it, and you kind of feel ready for a little bit something green, but you still want to feel nice and cozy. That's when I reach for a fragrance, and it is going to be Inishu's Oud for Happiness. It's like Oud for Greatness, all the goodness of it, but it has a stellar green herbal note for those exact days when you want something a little bit on the green side, but you still want to feel nice, cozy, and warm. It has some licorice, some vanilla, it has a smoky agar wood, yet it's vibrant green with herbal notes and citrus. Just awesome. Love this one for when I want to feel cozy, but yet the green vibe, the spring is right there, sort of right in between. Still warm, yet fresh and green. Do you have some spring fragrances that kind of hit that traditional spot for you? It's not winter, it's not summer, sort of in between. Do you have some? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear which ones are your favorites. But for now, I hope that this gives you some fragrance ideas for this spring. Always smell nice and hit that like button and subscribe. Take good care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon. Remember, our fragrance journey begins with but one single